I'm pretty excited with how my draft went. Because it's 6 people, everyone's going to be a little bit stacked, but honestly, I think it's more fun that way. In its own way. I wish we had more people too. People are MIA. But it's fun. We'll find more people. Oh, so you're paying attention to that draft, Mr. Red. I see how it is. I recently discovered Prize Picks, which is like the only betting app that I can use in Wisconsin, which I did the homework on it. There's no laws that say you can bet online, but there's also no laws prohibiting it. So this app is just in that gray area. It'll sometimes check your location. But yeah, they gave me like $100 for free, so I was like, dope, doing that. One of my bets was like $20 to win like 500. If that lands, very good. Probably won't though. And it wasn't my $20. It was the free $20. I just spread my 100 out nice and good. The free. All right, we got one bundle on the board. And that's it right now. Glad people came out. They're excited. And Gavin, I saw your note. And that should be fine. I guess for the bundles, I'm just going to make them like 50 at a time from now on. People seem a little more urgent when the number of bundles is lower. I don't know if I've ever pulled this card. I'm going to be honest with you. Maybe. If I have, I haven't seen it in a while. Yeah, but Paldea was one of those sets where people started to get picky. Pretty sick card. That Entei is kind of clean. But yeah, what I was saying, Real Man, was the ESPN app. That was my first time using it for drafting because I just hated Yahoo. But it didn't tell you specifically who was wide receiver 2. And I guess that has to do with like the ranking on the roster, like where you pick from. But I waited until the second round or third round for wide receivers. So hopefully they were wide receiver 2s. I think I went 2 running backs, then quarterback, or 3 running backs, then quarterback. Whenever I picked like the all-star wide receiver, it just never panned out for me, so I'm never making that mistake again. Because you pick the number 1 wide receiver, they're always getting double coverage. Like, the defense is literally just watching the number 1 wide receiver. Then the wide receiver 2 gets all the action, or the tight end. I think I've had the same tight end for like past couple of years now, and he's been good every time. Engram or whatever his name is. No matter who I pick, they just get hurt week 1 or just suck. Listen, dude. Nothing will equate to when I had Tom Brady and then Antonio Brown the year that he decided to stop playing. That was the pinnacle of the worst fantasy year I've ever had in my life. All right, first bundle is opened. Le'Veon Bell with the first pick 1 year, and he literally didn't show to camp. The number 1 running back, I think it was the running back, was out or questionable, wasn't he? As soon as I saw any sort of injury, I was like, yeah, I'm not picking that because it's going to reoccur as the year goes on. I promise you right now, it's going to be an on and off injury, and it's going to be like week by week. Sometimes he'll play, sometimes he won't. It'll be an off year for him. Because what was his injury? But if he already had his career year, Real Man, you want to take the next year easy. You got to look at longevity after you played your heart out. Just like, what was his name? Alvin Kamara, dude. I saw him, and I was like, never again on my roster. Ever. I'll pick a no-namer that I've never heard of before. I feel like all like the best people in the past couple of years have fluctuated like drastically. calf strain. I don't even remember who I hated so much. It's why I love fantasy. You can feel so good about your team heading into the season, and boom, week one, you already lost. I always felt like that with wide receivers. I remember I had like the first and second best wide receivers in the league that year, and they both almost never like got a lot of points ever. I think I got the number one quarterback though, didn't I? Buffalo? We got bundles and we got breaks. If anyone's interested. Still 7 booster boxes and 3 PSA cards. This is an 8-person league with 22 picks each, and we're all here. It's taken forever. No, that's going to take like over an hour. Let's say each pick takes 30 seconds. Already been an hour. The first game is tomorrow, right? Let me check this prize picks thing. It's like you pick two different things, and if they both happen, you win. And you can keep adding to it for a multiplier. Yeah, $20 to win 440. If Jordan Love passes less than 256 passing yards, if Christian Watson gets more than 59.5 receiving yards, this one's Friday. Why is there a game on Friday? Oh, tomorrow then Friday. Okay. Do I have anything on here that's Thursday? Yes. Oh man, this is all Thursday. $10 to win 100. In Brazil. Why? Well, 30 bundles are now gone. Audrey, let's get it poppin'. Thank you for being the savior of this evening. And you will be rewarded for this. Check again. Oh. 55, sorry. Right? Yes. Putting my brain into overdrive for tonight, jeez. Okay, it's going to take me a minute to count up 55 of these bundles, but I will do it because I appreciate you. Well. By the rest? Well, I'll... How How many packs even is that? 80 times 6? 480 packs? No, I'm completely happy with it. All right, I think they're all gone. And those who were doing the prizes a little bit at a time, I would have to say that's tough. Okay, so that's 80. I think it was 80 total. Yes. The rest of them, because I know I have them all. Well, gonna probably have to make some more. Well, definitely have to make some more. Audrey, you're nuts, and I love you. Truly. Now we get to enjoy. That's awesome. Congrats on that. All right, this is going to take me a minute to line up, but we're going to do it. What's up, Gilbert? I almost just flipped my chair over. As if you have any leg to stand on to call dibs on anything out of these. So you got, for sure, 7 booster boxes and 3 PSA cards, I believe. No, you can't hold Herzard's hostage for points. She earned these points by supporting me. Only other person that bought something tonight, and she bought all of them. No, I'm saying what I have left. There was 1 booster box and 1 PSA pulled so far. So 7 and 3. I was keeping track. So 1 prize less for 20 less bundles. Oh, it does do something to her gigantic lead. It makes it larger. I'm gonna have to get like a belt made for Audrey. Like WWE belt. I mean, real man, you should understand more than anyone because I know you're exactly like me. You don't run down the clock, dude. You score until the clock is over. You run them into the ground. That's how do you ensure victory. Who lost it at the end and then was salty about it as if it was my fault. You banned him a few times for being rude. There's like being like, you know, sarcastic with me, and like I get that, you know, you could roast me, I'll roast you back, but then like it gets to a point where it's like actually like you're being just annoying, and that was him, that person. Oh, it was way beyond. He was never in the top 10. In points or in our hearts? Neither. I don't think he was in our hearts at all. I could think of another place that, like, he was causing me pain in my body. Imagine actually like kind of trying the whole year and then not showing up the last day. It's Haley's first day of school tomorrow, and she's nervous, and that's why she's up right now. So can people tell her that she's gonna be fine? It's funny because like back when I remember, since high school, like, nothing made me nervous about school. There's still people like that, real man. Don't you worry, but yeah, I agree with you. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fit all of this on camera. Well, I'll be able to fit them, but going to school to be first last day tomorrow. I thought that said hashtag senior, like you were calling me senior. Is it spelled the same way? I don't think so. I am old. Don't even go there, because I corrected one of your papers that you got an A on. So I have zero faith in the education system. If we're going to bring up roast right now, we're not going to do this. She told me to grade one of her papers. I pulled up the wrong paper. I started grading it. It was a paper on Picasso. We got Picasso spelled 9 different ways. I don't know how, but somehow in the paper, she managed to spell Picasso 9 different ways. The artist, not like, you know. I'm like, hey, you should probably just spell Picasso the correct way, the entire paper. And she's like, what are you talking about? I already submitted that and I got an A. And I was like, you got an A on this paper. The teacher just didn't care. The art teacher. I don't know why. The teacher was obviously in a coma. You could have turned in anything. Art. It's your interpretation of how to spell Picasso, I guess. So yeah, anyways, back to the point. Spelling Picasso, the subject of the paper, 9 different ways, and none of them the correct way, is sufficient for an A at the college level of education. We're in good shape, guys. We're in very good shape. See, had I known beforehand, Audrey, that you were buying all these bundles, I would have like arranged them before the stream, like in a way that was like cool, like built like a tower, a spiral or something. My first shiny, Weedle. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what's going to take longer, me laying all these out or opening them all. Probably laying them all out. Opening them is probably not going to even feel that long. 80 times 6, 480. Like that's a couple cases. 216. Still not that bad. Don't worry, mine was still not a shiny. I'm just doomed in this game to never get a shiny, while Gilbert has 4 of them and has only caught like 100 Pokemon. It's like 2.5. It's 216 packs per case. It's around 2. Don't be sorry, dude. I'm not mad at you. I'm jealous. Well, now we have plenty of time to fill either of the breaks. So thank you, Audrey. And congrats on your own personal case plus a box of Crown. You killed a wild shiny by accident while playing old Pokemon Crystal a few months ago. What shiny was it? Listen, I encountered Entei after leaving the professor in, I believe I was playing Crystal emulated on my phone. Right after I left the professor and like was beginning the game, encountered Entei, it fled, and I was like, oh. Nuts. Still not as crazy as a shiny. That one looks more blue. It's hard to tell the shinies. I think Crystal made it easier. A little bit. That was like the first game that had like the animations. Audrey, what are the predictions for these bundles? I think I'm about to. Well, yeah, that I'm cool with. I'm saying more specifics. I'm thinking Gold Snorlax. I'm also thinking Alt Green Ninja. Maybe multiple. Why am I hearing you down here? You're gonna be a grouchy, grumpy, you know what tomorrow. What are you doing? Go to sleep.
Oh, my hard work.
That's what we did it for. Go to sleep. It's your first day of school.
Take a snack. Snacky time.
Ay. Then she's gonna wake up. I'm tired tomorrow morning. Okay. Are the maps the same? Like as original Arc? Just with updated graphics? I still don't know if the server that I had rented and saved is still active. I have no idea. Some are updated. I still only played On the Island, and then I played Scorched Earth. Ragnarok looked cool. How's the sentiment of that game lately? Because last I heard from Ark, it was pretty much all bad. Cool. We love to hate it and hate to love it. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right, real man, give or take. I still have to do the math on how many packs I've opened. I haven't updated that in a while. I might do that before next stream. Okay, I have just these and we're good. that is all the bundles. So it's 480 packs. It like 480 when you say it out loud does not seem like a lot. It looks like a lot, but like I know I've opened more than this, obviously. I mean, honestly, you bought 80 bundles. It wouldn't be like out of. It wouldn't be unreasonable for me to like not take any request that you would want, to be honest. But at a certain point, I do have to open these, you know? I actually made these piles pretty even. There's 3 left, so I can't really make them even anymore, but... I don't think... I mean, Audrey... I'm opening these, obviously, but like... If someone requested for me to send it to them sealed, I would. But I want to open them. I can keep the trash? Okay. I don't know. There was people in the past that have requested weird things like, can I have empty packs? And I was like... why? Somebody was like, I want to wallpaper the room. I'm like, I don't know if that's like the smartest thing to do, because like even just having them on the floor, it like makes the room cook. I think the insulation is good. Absolutely. I'm just pre-opening some top loaders because I know we're going to go through whatever pile I have here. We'll save the PSA cards for the end. Which, there's some good ones in there. And while we're opening these, if we fill the breaks, I'll open those as well. Plenty of time to do that. Don't be afraid to grab a spot. Alright, this probably won't be enough top loaders, but it's a start. And I have more. The hell do I even put this in? I feel like whatever I put it in, it's not going to hold. ETB boxes, I guess. But then I can't properly... I need empty booster boxes. Hold on one second. Just put it right in a USPS box. Well, I want the cards to be protected. I don't want them all shaking around and stuff. Hold on. Are you just making a whole meal out here? it'll probably get pulled multiple times over. All right. I am now equipped to open all these. What's up, Bowler? What's up, person who said, no, I don't want to join the fantasy league? Because I'm too busy playing retail World of Warcraft with all my real friends. I'm just playing, dude. How you doing? All right, let us begin. WoW is life. It's not a great life, though. We've done... I don't know how long I've done the raid that we've been doing in Cataclysm Classic, but it's probably like months of lockouts. So like 40 times. We have not seen the tanking ring once. So me and Kyle, neither of us have this tanking ring that would be really nice. Which is pretty insane. Okay. Gotta pack this pile in, apparently. Kata is still a thing. I'm surprised too. Because Firelands doesn't come out until October. They're going to lose a lot of people in a month. I feel like it's already tough for us to fill a raid. They release too many things that like competes with itself. Just got a notification. I don't know for what. Whatever. Hey, I caught it. Arctibax. I saw you on Rocket League the other night, and my streams where I've played Battlegrounds, you haven't showed up to play with me, so I'm just going to stop playing it on stream. Why bother, dude? Oh, look at that. Your PSA card that we already knew that you won everything. Yeah, dude. It's crazy. There's some pretty good PSA cards in this mystery prize pool. People will regret not buying any after seeing them. Can't you DM me while you're playing? No, because then you feel obligated to play with me. It should be by your own accord. If I message you to play with me, then I'm pressuring you to play with me. from your records of when though. No, if you don't want to play with me, you just won't answer. Then I'll feel even worse. This year? That seems like a lot. But I'm not going to really dispute it. That is a gorgeous mask alternate. Thursdays and Fridays, you're back to bowling, so you won't be around. You should change your name to something other than Bowling Kid now that you're bowling again. Because now it just doesn't make sense. Well, don't worry, real man. I'll have the math. All of the work is there to be done, and I have to do it anyways. Even though it seems like you're a big stats guy. I'm just happy I found a betting app that actually works in Wisconsin, so I can at least dabble a little bit. They gave me the free promo betting money, and I was like, let's go. Even though I guess I could drive like over the border to Illinois and then do it that way, but then it's just a hassle. I don't care about it enough to go through that amount of effort. Okay, that's a different one. You got the fighting one and the grass one now. The ogre. All of your hits are pretty much, or most of them, have been full art. Aside from one. So Audrey's prediction is I will open a lot of packs, which is accurate. We still haven't pulled a Houndoom from Fabled. Shadowrunner. These piles I made are just maybe a little too large, and I should start tapering them across. Should probably like take them all down to half. Torkoal. And Audrey, I know your favorite you're getting all this bulk. So you're going to have fuel for the winter. Honestly, a smart move with lumber prices. Tornadus. My prediction is I think Gold Snorlax in here. That cap's gone forever. I think I finished. That Blissey. Hard to pull, and I really like the card. So what you been doing on Arc, Audrey? Breeding for... That was the last thing I was doing because I never really did it before, was the mutation stuff. So then I could try to solo kill the bosses with an army of Rexes. That's a very nice alt. Bowler, I saw you on Rocket League the other day. Or yesterday. Because I was just looking to see like if anyone was online playing anything. Tetsnick is straight up gone. I don't know where the hell he went. D-Dem. Whenever I've like almost clicked on that game, I remember how bad it is and then I just don't open it. Not sure what he's been up to lately. I saw him on Raid Night. He got a weapon. He got some good gear. That Larvitar. How do you feel? I feel like Battlegrounds is getting on the stale side again. I feel like removing the buddies was kind of a bad move. And the quests are so RNG. I feel like every game, it's like dying right before I'm top 4 or I'm top 4. There's no in between. That new character that they've added most recently, where it's like every third spell you buy from the tavern is free. He might be the worst character ever. I don't think I'll ever pick him. His passive is garbage. By the way, that was Robo Snow. I think I played it once, Bowler, and that was it. That dragon game that I screenshotted to you might have been like the best game I think I've ever had. That was such a decisive first place. Everything went right. I feel like Elemental isn't that great. It can be, but like there's no way to like absorb the stats unless you're playing Demon. Mammoths. I had one of those games today, but it just, if you don't get the right passives, it just fizzles out and you won't get first, but you'll get top 4. The dream is to get copy your board, because then they really get big. With Reborn on all of them. And then one of those minions where it's like summon the first 2 mechs that died. That's chef's kiss. Oh look, your other booster box. This pile of hits is going to be very large. I think tomorrow I'm going to empty the hot tub, clean it out, and refill it for the winter. It's starting to get cooler and cooler. I guess like 2 nights ago we got like a 30-degree night at one point, which is nuts. Alright, first booster box is full. Alright, I need to grab a couple of waters because it's really hot in here. Gotta stay hydrated. Ooh. Let's go. Large hit. Am I almost done? We're getting there. I'd say we're making pretty good time. I'm going to taper everything down, all these piles, to like a healthier level, and then go from there. Because normally I go from top to bottom each row. It's just not going to happen. You're being sarcastic? I wasn't. I love this. Bruno. Maybe I'll check out that DayZ server that my friends are playing on. Well, I think last time when you bought bundles, Audrey, it was pretty big, but this might be your biggest one. Repska. I'm just going to frequently reset the hollows and reverse hollows. So the piles don't get out of control. What you been up to, Gilbert? Full art train. Master Shifu. I don't know what's going on with their marketing department, Gilbert, but I saw a commercial and it's like they play music that like doesn't fit the commercial to like making it look cool, and it kind of drives me nuts. They were playing like classical music to like Dynamax. And it's like, just play Pokemon music. How about that? Very nice, Esky. pretty sure that's a very sought after trainer, so congrats on that. It just shows the disconnection that happens way too often where they're hiring just generic people. I don't even know if they're hiring people. It's just like they're using like templates. Literally any Pokemon related song. They have an entire OST to choose from for multiple games. Absolutely. What's up, cuz? What you doing? I don't know, I'm kind of torn on what I want to play tomorrow on stream. We'll see. I know Gilbert is a fan of DayZ or Sea of Thieves. I was having fun with some Fallout, though. Fallout 4, pretty good time. Well, you were one of the few people to notice my boat do like a corkscrew through the air and almost land on the boat I was chasing. Literally just flew off of my own boat because it corkscrewed through the air. You have a tech coming out tomorrow. At home or at school? I have to go back and clip it. And this is a dorm? Dorm internet? You're gonna... That's just what you're going to be dealing with. You're at a house this year? Who's your internet provider? Good luck, sir. That's all I got to say to you. When I had them at the townhouse, they were the absolute worst nightmare to have as an internet service provider. If you have another choice, go with the other choice. But since it's a college town and it's a monopoly, they have all the areas already laid out. It's probably only Xfinity. Absolute joke of a company. I'm going to be honest with you, my cousin. I don't recommend you do what I did, but I was just that desperate. I threatened to just go to their corporate, which was like one town over from where I used to live. And I was just going to go in the office and just start walking around, talking to people, figuring it out. It's only Xfinity? Yeah, that sounds about right. even though that should be illegal, but hey, who's paying attention? All I could say is best of luck, because I had business internet and they were a nightmare to deal with. Just regular domestic internet? Oh, I can't even imagine. Thank you. It's not much help though. They called me like a year after I canceled with them because I moved. And they were like, "How can we do better? How can we like win you back?" And I was like, I'm glad you called. You called the right person. I was like, you got like a pen and paper? You ready to take my statement down? Yes, sir. Yes. I said, okay. You fire everyone. You burn the building to the ground, and just start over. And the guy kind of paused and he said, "Thank you," and I hung up. And I'm pretty sure when I had to turn in their equipment, I may or may not have spiked it on concrete. So the next person to get that piece of equipment, their internet probably is not going to work too well. But the internet is just completely out. Sounds about right. Then when I was still at my parents' house, whenever anyone called the house, the internet would drop. And because our family is from the 1800s, where the first rotary phone was invented, everyone still uses house phones, still to this day. Who knows what's gonna... Well, I can tell you what's gonna happen. It's not gonna get fixed, but go get some rest. You're gonna need it. I'm convinced that they're not actually an internet company. I think they sell like curtains or something, because it's obviously not internet. The Scoop Up Cyclone. This card feels like way thicker than it should be. Like there's two cards. There might be two cards together in this. There is. I think. I don't want to run the risk of damaging it, but it looks like there's two cards in this. Very interesting. I'll let you decide what to do with that. There might be two of these on top of each other. I gotta like swap out the cups on these. It's making my ears itchy. I'm just gonna taper off the hollows and reverse hollows because it's starting to get pretty tall. Ooh, Sword and Shield base. That's pretty nice. That Larion. I can say this, Audrey, the pile of hits it's getting there. It's already getting a little thick. It's gonna take me like 10 minutes just to go through all the hits. Wow. Okay. One of the rarest golds out of Chilling. I don't even know the last time I pulled that. Very nice. Now we just need Snorlax. Electrode would be nice too. Tapu Koko. I guess we could guess the amount of hits. I'm going to say 103. 103 hits. And I don't know if that's low. 8 booster boxes, or 8 hits average out of a booster box, times 6, 48, times 2, around 100. I guess I'm not too far off on that, give or take. Very rough estimate. the Probopass. Which is a Pokemon that honestly makes me uncomfortable. I don't like the nose hair. Per ugly. What do we got here? Salamence. Clean. Audrey, you staying up for this? Or are you nodding off? Just out of curiosity. You're up, Audrey. Because the heat is coming in. Eating popcorn and playing Let's Go. I have to find that Pokeball that I got with the Let's Go games when they came out. Because you could use it in Pokemon Go. And I'm pretty sure there's still a Mew in it. The Let's Go games didn't mesh with me that much. I like Pokemon Go and regular Pokemon separate. I didn't like the combination of the two. You're doing a Nuzlocke? How hard are those Nuzlocks? Because I feel like people were like posting videos of like beating the game with Metapod. Not using the starter because it's broken. Just statted. I know a lot of speedruns depend on that RNG of what the IV is of your Pokemon. Bellsprout, Rattata, and Nidoran male. About to wipe Brock with the Bellsprout. Yeah, this sounds about right. My go-to for Brock in the original games was always catching a Mankey off to the left before you go to Viridian Forest. Train it up until low kick, and then it's pretty much useless for the rest of the game. Primeape was like a glass cannon. What's up, Anthony? How's it going? How you been, my friend? Getting closer to an alt. Still riffing? Bro, if there's any constants that you can just count on in this world is death, taxes, and me opening packs. Life is good. That's good to hear, dude. Fortress. Damn, Munchlax is sick. I don't know if I have a good ball for that. Would a heavy ball be good for that? And you got out 2 years ago? Nice. Galarian Zapdos. I don't know if Heavy Ball would be good for Munchlax. I really have to look through like what different Pokeballs I have in my inventory. Pokestart first. It's a really fun game. It tracks it across anyone who uses this app or add-on. Yeah, a Tedpig. That's pretty dope. I kind of want to go back and actually beat that Radical Red, Audrey. Even though my sentiment towards that game is pretty low. I need to use your Clefable strategy. Your entire team of Clefables, all with different movesets, I think. Just get like the perfect IV ones. I feel like people stop talking about Radical Red fairly quickly. It's the perfect strategy. Well, whatever strategy I was doing, it got to a point where like I couldn't progress. It just got like you needed to have the perfect Pokemon for every battle. Which in my eyes, like, if the AI is basing its actions off of your input, that isn't making it challenging. That's just making it like you're just being a dick at that point as a programmer. It should be programmed to like make very good decisions, and the Pokemons are like, you know, their stats are obviously perfect, but basing actions off of your input is garbage. Of course it's going to be the most difficult game then. And then you have to like trick it to making the wrong decision every time. What did you do exactly with the 6 Clefables? Like it was just they all had different movesets, or I forgot the idea behind it. You don't even remember why you did it. You just did it just because. And honestly, I respect it. I know like there were specific Pokemon you needed to like they had passives that like were necessary to like actually like beating the game. Honestly though, everything being a one tap is really annoying. I know Meowscarada was one of the best Pokemon in that game, but I didn't utilize it. They could learn a move that they could set up for themselves to heal on later turns when they're attacking, and each one had a strong different type move for countering types. Oh, okay. I remember beating Brock was like a lifetime achievement for me. And now it's like I can't beat anybody. I remember last time I played it. Okay, well, we're about halfway, more than halfway, to tapering each of the piles down to this level. We've got 5 more piles to taper down. I would say we're making very good time. Misty was a one shot, I remember. Out of nowhere, I was like, really? Like, after being stuck on Brock for the longest time, Misty was just like one shot, sweep across the board. I think I ran out of money in that game too. Because I was using that one dude to like kill his Clefables to level up fast. Or Chanseys. What did he have? Was it... I think it was Clefable. Audinios, there you go. That's what it was. That Audinio was destroying me in Viridian Forest, I remember. That one mini boss. I'm just resetting the codes in Hollows because they were getting too large. That was actually perfect. Bellsprout has survived Brock with 4 health. I don't remember Let's Go being difficult, though. That's interesting. Like, I literally remember people posting videos of, like, beating the game with Metapod. But, like, the candies, you boost, like, all their stats. I forgot the dynamic of that game. Your main way of gaining XP is catching Pokemon? Oh, okay. You get the candies by catching Pokemon, too? I think J-Rose finally completed his Gen 1 beating the game with each Pokemon and then ranking their performance. Because he just did Grimer, and I think Voltorb may have been his last one. So now he's going to do it all over again for Gen 2. I think Mewtwo is still number 1 for beating the game as efficiently as possible. Oh look, another booster box, but we knew that. Didn't we, Audrey? Still doesn't feel like any less of a win, though. Still like it. Eskew. Oh look, another one. I thought it was the alt for a second, but still good. Sure the alt's coming. Pretty nuts that I've still only pulled 3. Ooh. It still makes me laugh that YouTube video, like the YouTuber that I was talking about, J-Rose, he could not complete the game with a max level Weedle. It was impossible after the last gym leader. He couldn't beat the rival on the way to Indigo. Literally level 99 and he couldn't complete the game. the leveling up was actually like working to his detriment because he needed. I forgot like what the level up did. Did it give moves more, or did it refresh like your moves? Because he had to use struggle for like a lot of the run. Frostlass. Well, I'm definitely going to be catching a lot of Pokemon this stream, so hopefully I can see my first shiny. But probably not. Gilbert, you'll probably get another shiny this stream. Your account is just blessed. I gotta catch 500 more Pokemon for a 3% increase in shiny chance in this stream. Which doesn't seem like a lot. If you do, you'll delete. You better not. You accept the good luck. Alright, the pile of hits is getting... I'm gonna have to start a second pile soon. And Gilbert, I stand by my statement that in the raid battles in Pokemon Go, it is way too, like, laggy and buggy to actually avoid attacks. And I have a new phone and it's optimized and all that. It's just like, it doesn't register. It got worse. I'm telling you, dude. That one day I told you, I was like, bro, I'm telling you, there is like 2 cards here. Audrey, you're going to have to do some experimenting because I don't want to break your cards. I think it's the same card, too. It feels like there's 2 of them, like, stuck together. But yeah, Gilbert, it doesn't surprise me. Yeah, because when I do it when I look at this one, it's not, and it doesn't feel like it. I'll move every so often, and I feel like I dodge it maybe like 25% of the time, like 1 in 4. Ooh, gorgeous alt. Galarian Slowking. I would say I did like 60% of each of these stacks. So when I go back across, it'll go back quicker. But we've opened a lot already. Still a lot to go, but pretty solid amount. The stork Pokemon. Screamtail. So how big is the deficit between Audrey's rank and the next one in Beige Bucks? I'd imagine 500,000 at least. Metagross. I think we're beyond halfway. Got Lycanroc. What is that even out of? Paldea. Pidgeot. Flogartito. Got the moose. Saguaro. Very strong. Applin. I guess people are just falling asleep on me. I get it. It is a Wednesday. What's up, Clyde? How you doing, my friend? I can promise you, every pack in front of me is getting open. Been lurking for an hour or so? Okay, okay. Severus Snake, that's a good name. I'm surprised that fit. Yeah, I played Fallout 4 yesterday. I haven't fully played through that game despite playing through New Vegas multiple times and Fallout 3 multiple times, so I figured, why not? One of the dudes early in my playthrough was giving me attitude in the game, so I figured out that I could kill him, but I couldn't kill his armored buddy. So I would kill him, and then I just ran away. I really didn't like him, so you just couldn't live. Fallout, I don't think so. Unless there's newer mods or whatever. But tomorrow I'll probably play Sea of Thieves or maybe DayZ, we'll see. Maybe if I hate myself enough, I'll open Rocket League and play that. I am not playing that garbage pirate game. Black Flag is horrible. That game is like already dead. The combat in Black Flag is like the worst combat I think I've ever seen. WoW retail? No. I think not. I gotta figure out in Fallout, like, I feel like there's scarcity of ammo, which I get it, but eventually there's got to be like a more reliable way of getting ammo, especially for like my energy weapons. I haven't even found a trader that like sells them. Gold fire energy is very beautiful. Okay, I need more top loaders and I need more penny sleeves. So hold on 1 second. Once these last two stacks are tapered down, I think that's like 60% done, maybe even 70. Your pile of hits is very large already. You stuck with the 10mm? It just doesn't do enough damage to like armored stuff though. Those armored pyro dudes, as I went into Diamond City, I got ambushed by a bunch and I legit barely beat them. I died multiple times attempting it. I tried to like have them fight the Diamond City NPCs, like the defense, and they just wouldn't fight them. I don't know why. And upon entry of Diamond City, I went into the mayor's office and immediately stole everything. And then he had a key to the house in the city, so I have to go to that house and steal all that stuff. And now that I have power armor of my own, I need to go back and have a rematch with the guy I fled. It becomes my house because I stole the key. Because I know it's like foreclosed. Ooh. Haven't seen that in a while. Very nice. The golds are all coming out now. Galarian Surfetch. This last pile is very unstable. Ooh, big fish. Is there also a more reliable way, Criminal, of getting the power cores for the power armor? Like, is there... I didn't look much into, like, the... I know you, like, build communities and stuff. Maybe they generate them? Or maybe not, I don't know. I split up the last deck because it's gonna fall, and I don't want it to. Squawkabilly. Twilight into Fabled. Fabled is a holiday set though. Ooh. The alt Robos now. And there's your other PSA. And out of Twilight, the Alt Green Ninja is pretty up there in value. Skyrocketed because it's that hard to pull. And it looks good. A fact that people overlooked on release and then realized later. I've pulled 3 since release and I've opened a lot of Twilight. And there's an Eevee non-textured, like full art that is pretty up there in value as well. Some new posty, okay. I would say after this last little pile is tapered off, about 60 to 70% done. Made quick work of this. Lightweight. Ooh. Another sought after card. This card made me think that there was a new baby Vangamite Pokemon, but it's not a thing. You know, Audrey, I was worried because this room was starting to look clean, and you just destroyed any worry that I had. Thank you for buying the rest of the bundles. I really appreciate opening every single pack for you. By the end of this, you're going to have a ridiculous amount of hits. Very happy about that. Oh, I could have used a net ball there. Or a dive ball. Alright, now we go each pile until it's gone. So it was like 2.5 cases all total. Alright, I need to reset the hollows again. Perfect. That D10. Very nice. Been a minute since I've seen that card. Paldea. There's another booster box. Very good. Tornadus. Oddly enough, no. Which is pretty crazy. We got plenty of time, though. I'm sure there's a gold Zard lurking. Empoleon. That was Battle Styles. Damn. Oh yeah, there's gonna be multiple. We already saw a gold Bronzong, which may have been a year since I've seen that card. I'm convinced, real man, I'm never getting a shiny. I've caught like probably over 600 Pokemon. That's a gold water energy. Not easy to pull that. We've been seeing some interesting Pokemon in the gaming channel, I feel like. Ooh, Chenbao. That's a sought after card. Ice Rider. Flapple. think 100 hit prediction may have been low. You got a Magic card? Name it Magic Mike? That's pretty good. You're not supposed to do a card trick with celebrations. Whoops. Houndoom. Igneous. It's a good name. Have you gotten any shinies in that game? Or you said shiny Poliwag you just got? Or you fainted it? No, that was Crystal. My bad. Mr. Fuji. You've hunted shinies in Go before? You've gotten a lot? What's your favorite? Sandaconda. I hope they make another Arceus type game because I really enjoyed that game. I know, real man. I was asking for a specific one. Let's go, Brilliant. Give us a Zard. Or something. Raikou. Zapdos. How are your tarantulas doing? If you don't know, Audrey is a collector of many things, but she also has tarantulas, which are pretty crazy. Dragapult. Victini. We're in the final stretch here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Hyper Tapu Koko. That's your second one. Where your I still have them. They're still safe. So when I moved into this house, I still haven't fully unpacked everything, but I still have them. No, hello, how are you? I had to answer your question first. How are you? It is a reunion. How are you? I absolutely have your drawing, don't you worry. Kenzie sent me drawings of Pokemon specifically for me in the mail, and I still have them from years ago. You're doing okay? How am I? I'm doing okay too. Just opening a big mountain of cards for beautiful people such as yourself. How about you? How's your dad? How's your family? I want to do the math on how many boxes this actually is. I know it's more than 2 cases, but I don't know exactly. 480 divided by 36. You aren't doing so great right now? Well, I'm sorry to hear that. And I would say keep your head up, because through the bad stuff, that makes the good stuff that much more better. Even though that's not grammatically correct. That's an alt. Houndoom. That's a puppers. Which I think Luna is just hanging out outside the door right now waiting for me. But I must focus, I must finish. I probably lost track of time because you I could make a solid guess. I'm gonna guess 13 or 14. I'm saying now. When you were hanging out in here with your dad. So nobody thinks that I'm a weirdo talking to a very distinguished female such as yourself. I was 13 when I met you. 16. Or has it been that much longer? Honestly, Kenzie, it's hard. It's hard to, like, I had like time dilation with like COVID. It still feels like it's been only a couple of years. It's been 7 years? Oh my god. Yeah, I since COVID, my perception of time is very like bad right now. 7 years, my gosh. You're adulting? Let me tell you, when I moved into the townhouse and was renting to now owning a house, it's overrated. Let me tell you, being a homeowner is nice, but it's overrated. What? How old am I now? I'll throw it back at you. You shut up, real man. How about just on looks alone? And then an actual guess. Because I do have the baby face. Yeah, okay, real man. $27? I'll take it. You're not too far off. I don't even know how old I am. I'm turning 30? Or I'm already 30? People stop caring about your birthday when you reach a certain age. So I kind of just stopped caring myself. The nurse say through the door to go to bed. You must be hearing things in your own house or just hearing things in general because you're so old you're just hallucinating. Which I don't know if there's a correlation between age and hallucinating. I think I'm either turning 30 or I am 30, Kenzie. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not sure because I stopped keeping track. (11/11/93). Now my identity is going to get stolen. Nah, I'm fine. It's time to go to bed. Sort of faster. Why don't you just shut your face hole? I'm turning 31. It doesn't feel like it, though, if I'm being honest with you. Thank you. And I appreciate the sentiment. I know you are. Listen, I can take the heat. I dish it out all day long. I even pick on old people like real man. Poor guy had to have like a ramp installed just to get into his house. I used to flame you. Never. No. Maybe you should get in a break soon. Since you make money now, listen, you can get into a break whenever you want. You're always welcome to hang out in here, even if you don't get into a break. Audrey just bought all of the mystery bundles, so that's what I'm opening right now. And honestly, it's been a little bit of a trip right here. No, I would never pick on someone who was 13 years old. I promise you. Like, maybe, like, little funny things here and there, but, like, never full-blown just, like, roasting. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, just to clarify to the viewers. And just to clarify again, Kenzie and her father used to watch me together. This isn't some weird thing that you're watching. Just to reiterate, not a weirdo. It's not like that. Because in this day and age, got to be very clear with people. Because there's a lot of stuff floating around out there. And there are weirdos out there. Isn't that right, Kenzie? You sent me some very cool pictures, though, and I do appreciate it. And honestly, in my 20s, it was different. In my 30s, then I really have to make sure to clarify it. This 30-year-old man is being a weirdo. I still have them. I promise you I still have them. I would never get rid of anything that anyone sent me. And I'm really bad at drawing, so I appreciate it, because I could never draw these things myself. A playmat, one of these guys? Sounds about right. Sounds good, sending me a shuckle. Let me reiterate, or add a little addendum to that. If you send me a shuckle, I'm gonna send a video back to you of me burning it. Too late, I already clipped it. I can do whatever I want, real man. This isn't like legally binding, sir. If I want to burn a shuckle that you specifically sent to me, I'm going to. Like, it's my prerogative. Ooh. Creepy Dusclops. Kind of like it. What else you been up to, Kenzie, since you're adulting these days? Adulting is really fun. A legally binding contract you'll be hearing from my lawyer. Go ahead, dude. Bring them out. Send me your lawyers. You've been working at your job for 2.5 years now? What do you do, if you don't mind me asking? If you do mind me asking, don't answer. By all means. Boys and Girls Club? Very cool. That sounds like a good time. Alright, this pile of empty packs is going on the floor. We're this close. I'm gonna power through it, and we're gonna make a big mess. You get to go on so many field trips. Field trips were the best. I loved field trips. My closest thing to field trips in college, I needed an art credit, so I took theater in Chicago, and we basically once a week would go see plays. And that was the closest thing to a field trip as an adult, I would say. Arcades and parks, bowling, and I mean, that's the dream. I don't think they offer that class anymore, but man, that was easiest credit of my life. You love your job? That's a great thing. Loving your job is a very good thing, speaking from a person who loves their job. Give me the cradle. Yo, what the hell? Oh my god. Kids are kids, you deal with mad drama, but it's fun in the end. Kids are goofy. You could definitely tell who was raised right and who's not, though. That's for sure. But I was definitely, pardon my French, I was a little dickhead. I deserved any smacks that I got. Made me a better person. You was and still are an angel. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, a liar. Someone who just lies. He just lied to all of you. And I caught that Pokemon. Alright, this is how much we have left. There is an end in sight. By the way, Alt-T-Tar, insane. I don't know if we just... We're not going to ignore that. I don't know the last time I saw one. You should have seen... Kenzie, you should have seen how big the piles were before you got here. It's not easy to pull that either. I think we recently got it out of bundles a couple batches ago. I started, well, yeah, depending on what your time is. I started at like 7 something, 8 something. Empoleon. It's 460 packs. 480 packs. 1230 for you, so you are East Coast. I'm in Wisconsin now. Land of the cheese. Look at that, dude. I know time zones. Genius. You ever seen that podcast clip where he's like, dude, you're so smart. He's like, yes, I am. I'm a genius. Give me any number. He said a number. He's like, heard of it. You became lactose intolerant. You lived off of cheese. You can't eat it no more. That's weird that like sometimes you could develop it just later in life. You could eat it, but you have to take like the medicine for it, which is it's really not worth. For some people it goes away. It's just so weird. Eat it and just clear the house. But like you're putting yourself in agony. Like that's not like a fun experience. That's you're in pain in your stomach. Right. Like even if I knew that was going to happen every time, I wouldn't even do it. I wouldn't bother. the cheese wouldn't bother me as much. It would be like ice cream. Ice cream is like very enjoyable for me. And how do you even get it? You get it from having too much dairy, right? Maybe like once a year it's understandable, but it's so bad. Like, it's not worth it if you're putting yourself through that. You said you developed the lactose allergy or lactose intolerance? You didn't have it like always, right? You used to go through a pound and a half of cheese is a good amount. That's a respectable amount of cheese. Oh, look, another prize because you have all of the prizes because you bought all of the bundles. I'll show what PSA cards you got at the end. You ate it your whole life, no problem. Like, I'm trying to, like, visualize a pound and a half a week. Like, a pound of cheese from, like, the deli. If you get, like, a bag full, that's, like, a quarter pound, usually. That's a lot of cheese. My buddy Kyle developed a gluten allergy, but I treat it like a phobia. And whenever we roast each other, I'm like, at least I'm not afraid of bread. He's like, I'm not afraid of it, dude. It makes me sick. Oh, Mr. Red, what's up? Sandwiches, eggs, grilled cheese. I've been growing and jarring up some jalapenos from the backyard. Those go very good on a panini. A little panini. You miss it? I don't know. I feel like the sentiment I would have towards anything like dairy related would be like the lactose intolerance would be like how I felt where I had cheesecake bites and I got violently sick. And it was like just like deep fried cheesecake bites. Ruined cheesecake for me. I can't enjoy it anymore. So, like, now I can't have cheesecake. I feel like I would feel the same way if I had lactose intolerance. Next month is 4 years, dude. Thank you very, very much. Now change the background because you broke it. I'll do it. Now you're going to change it just to spite me. There you go. I know Real Man too well, dude. I'm in his head. I think that alert is just so intense that the light like has like a seizure and like doesn't know what to do afterwards. I think you got to be sub to change the background, Kenzie. It's not my doing. That's the application's doing. No one can get in your head. And then how am I in here right now, dude? How is it so easy? No security whatsoever. I knew you were going to do that. What else, Kenzie? Other than your lactose intolerance. Remind me to never send you ice cream. Family friendly, you'll remain in that realm. The gaming channel's tomorrow. You can let loose on there. Just been doing your own thing? Okay, respect. Sorry, I just sporadically had to cough. Probably inhaled some like some like pack Fleckles. Because this room is like very quickly becoming like 50% empty pack wrappers. I think that's all the masks. I really like this guy's vocals. Not this guy, the first guy. Because this is going to be the dude from the other band. But just been doing your own thing. I love to hear it. I love that you come back in here and you check in with me. I appreciate it. Just comes in. Where's my pictures? I still have them, I promise. I'll pull them out and I gotta start framing stuff up from people. Hey, I'll take it. I'm sorry when I do pop in there because it's hard to get rid of me. Just like an itch. I just saw something in my fingers. I don't know what that was. Been trying for almost 4 years. It won't work, dude. I promise you. And then Tuesday, Thursday is the gaming channel. You're allowed to swear in there. It's a pretty funny development. You play any games, Kenzie? Or you're too cool for that now? I mean, you do work with kids, so I feel like you gotta play some games. Big Overwatch player. I'm gonna forget that you said the second part you just typed. That game is... You're better than that. Overwatch was fun. I remember playing it when it first came out. I don't know how it is now. I specifically remember downloading Fork Knife because a friend coaxed me into doing it. I played one game and then I uninstalled it. Best thing. You do not play that in your free time? I got you. You only play the game at work or for the... Hey, respect. You're just being a good teammate. And people are still pretending that that game hasn't died yet. That game has dwindled big time. Overwatch is the best game ever. I've played a lot of Overwatch. Because it's Overwatch 2 now, isn't it? Even though, like, they didn't really release anything. I used to play it a lot when it first came out. Then it got kind of stale. 40 different like characters. Dude, Lucio was my boy. I used to wait at certain parts of the map and just knock people off the map. Give me that sand shrew. It's like the easiest character. You just gotta run around and heal. A lot of those characters overlapped with Heroes of the Storm, which is like League of Legends, but World of Warcraft's version of it, or Blizzard's version. That game, I think, is pretty much dead. But Lucio in that game was really good. Just passive healing. Didn't have to do anything. In Overwatch, did you choose between the two different ultimates? No, I don't think it let you do that. Mercy was like one of the best healers. You res everybody. I liked playing the one chick with the jetpack and the rocket launcher. I would just her, and the dude with the rip tire who just shot grenades the whole time. Now she has a 30-second cooldown to res one person. Probably needed, because when you resurrect an entire team after losing a fight, and the other team is just sitting below half health, it's probably not a great thing. Junkrat had a character in Heroes of the Storm too, and he was a lot of fun. His ultimate was broken in that game because whenever you got a kill, which was pretty much every time, you could upgrade your ult and it would reset on every kill, so you could just do it again and keep doing it. And then the game, everyone who was like managing or developing that game got fired. So then it's just what it is now. No updates in that game. People are still playing it, but not a lot. Yeah, it's still the tire. Or you're saying it's still the tire in that game? I'm a person who like in a game like that, I need to play ranked, and I get, I'm not gonna not be competitive. And then whenever you had teammates that would just troll, there was a lot in that game. So like I just stopped playing it, I think, pretty much. In Overwatch or in Heroes? Not in Heroes. It was in Overwatch though. You wouldn't be able to keep up. It's just how I am. I gotta be sweaty with every game I play. Otherwise, I don't enjoy it. Reaper was a character in original Overwatch. Oh. Audrey. Reaper got a mythic skin. Looks really cool. I'll have to look at it. It's Anubis. Anubis Reaper. That'd probably look really cool. The animations for that are probably really cool. I don't know what legendary skins I had in that game, but I had a few. I remember my favorite map was Gibraltar. Gibraltar. This is a very loud notification. Oh, I'm just going to get all notifications at once here. That's good. Palafin. Well, Audrey, when we started opening these, there was a mountain, and now there's but a little hill. Oh, it's okay. No, my phone notifications are out of control lately. Crumble, the cookie place, has been texting me nonstop, and I don't know why. They really want me to buy more cookies, and I'm not in the mood. I don't know why either. I don't even remember giving them my phone number. That's the way the cookie crumbles, dude. Sounds like a good problem. I mean, we were talking about this before stream. Their cookies aren't good enough to like order on a daily basis. I can't imagine there's that many people out there that actually do that. I'm sure there are. They removed like my favorite cookie that was on the menu every week, which was the sugar cookie. And I was just like, what are you doing? Bro, you know what I had recently that pissed me off? Was Popeyes. Popeyes, dead to me. I ordered fries with like a sandwich meal, just a quick meal because I didn't have time to cook. Their regular fry, I think, had like 3 or 4 fries in it. Go to your nearest Walmart and get Oreo frosted cookies. Oreo frosted cookies. Just Oreo. I don't understand. What makes it different than a regular Oreo? I had their chicken sandwich. Their chicken sandwiches are alright. Was nothing like Chick-fil-A. Frosted sugar cookies, but Oreo. So it's an Oreo with frosting on top. That's intense. I'm a big fan of the golden Oreos. Chick-fil-A owns the chicken sandwich. There ain't nobody coming close to that. McDonald's is at a tipping point, dude. I haven't had it, and I don't want it. Like, I haven't had it in, like, a long time. Used to be, like, once in a while, if I'd get off at 3 in the morning and it was the only thing open, I'd grab a little 2 cheeseburger meal. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. That's intense. How big are the Oreos? Still regular size? Oh, it isn't an Oreo. So it's the sugar cookie with Oreo on top of it, is what you're saying. I'm sorry. It's Wednesday and it's midnight. My brain don't work so good right now. Oh, dude, Philip Square. This guy made 2 bangers of songs and fell off the face of the earth. What is Philip Phillips doing these days? Philip Squared. Football's going to be good. That betting app, I'm excited. Hopefully I get lucky on a couple of those bets because it was like the free $20 to win 500. What I knew about you? I don't know. I feel like whenever you came in here, we would like. I think you talked about like you playing soccer. It was either soccer or basketball. And my memory is pretty okay for these like little minute details. Softball. There you go. Softball. How did softball work out for you? If you go sign up for FanDuel or DraftKings, I can't use those apps in Wisconsin. The Prize Pick app doesn't care about my location, so I just use that. I stopped that like the year after. Wasn't for you. I stopped playing football because I broke my hand. It is what it is. Yeah, after breaking my hand, they said if you re-break it, you're going to need pins in your hand. And I was like, this is my writing hand. I'm not going to go to the NFL. I don't want to play in college, so I'm just not going to play anymore. At a certain point, you got to like wake up and realize that, I guess. Except unless you're Real Man. Real Man was going to go to the NFL, right, dude? It's unfortunate. Yeah, probably saved me more damage. So, like, you see how there's a knuckle here? No knuckle. Shattered it. It still hurt. Like, it'll still get, like, cramped if... when it gets, like, really cold. It's interesting. Waiting to blow a knee out and have a double knee replacement at 30. It's because you're playing slow-pitch softball, dude. Speaking of softball players, Real Man plays softball as a 30-year-old adult. All-American. Just because the games take place in the U.S., you can't just call yourself All-American, dude. Well, he's playing it with a bunch of old men. Like himself. And women. There you go. Sorry. If they played fast pitch as old men, one of them might die. That's an issue. You can't have that. It's a hazard. I think the most dangerous sport in the U.S. due to injuries is pickleball. Because too many old people play it and they'd be shattering their hips and stuff. Luna just plopped on the door. Scared me. Our pit. You hit me with a pitch, you're charging the mound. That's when you blow your knee out, though. Our pitcher was on our team and is now top 5 in the state. There's pro softball, right? I asked because I never watched it. I don't think I've ever seen it, like, televised. I don't have that channel. Yes, the puppers. If she's actually down here. Otherwise, I'll show her. I'll show her next time. All right, we finally did it. And Audrey, I know you're looking at this pile of hits, and you're like, man, I don't know, Beej, is that much? And let me just reassure you that there's a lot of hits. You've had a cat for 4 years, and her name's Luna? I didn't know that. And yeah, it's a good name. I saw her and I was like, that's Luna. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16. 27. If I don't answer you, I'm not ignoring you. I just want to keep count. And I'll answer you after. 28, 29, 30, At 75 so far. Something tells me you're going to have a lot more than 103. One. $145, give or take. That's insane. Let's see your PSA cards you got. I'm gonna have to grab graded card sleeves. 147. I was probably off by 1 or 2. Good counting. Because it's a long time of just silence. That is a Kabuto PSA 8 from Fossil. War Turtle base set PSA 6. Gorgeous. Last but not least, Jungle Pikachu PSA 9 from Jungle. PSA 8. Did you? That's very good. Well, those are all yours. All of these hits are... I'm going to need like multiple cases just to hold all of your hits. That sounds about right. Those era of cards are very sought after. That's awesome. You won it and donated like $10 to make. I remember that. I remember that. Sold it for $4? That's very good. See, I'm a person who keeps everything in my collection because I'm just sick in the head like that. I don't sell anything from my collection. My collection room's on Instagram. You could see it. That I'm working on for this house. It's still a work in progress, but it's looking really cool. You won something once? Oh, you've won plenty, real man. You gotta buy in to win stuff. And when you do, you do. Yes. Ultra Prism is like a fever dream. That set was just... It was just gone. On release. I'd imagine all those Ultra Prism cards, if they haven't already, they're going to like be in outer space with value. It was the most like limited set release. Keep them unopened. Keep them sealed. And Audrey, you have 7 booster boxes. Let me mark them down. Well, yeah, just don't be in a rush to sell that stuff, for sure. I was not planning on opening, I didn't foresee opening all 80 of those bundles tonight, so thank you for that, Audrey. Opened 81, technically. I'm going to post a feast for Friday. And maybe have some more bundles made for Friday as well. But other than that, guys, Kenzie, shout out to you. Awesome reconnecting with you. Please come in here more so we can talk more. You're going to be not here till Monday. I'll be on the gaming channel tomorrow. And back here on Friday. Love every single one of you. Thank you for hanging out tonight. Audrey, big love. Thank you for that. Love every single one of you. You're all beautiful. Have a good rest of your night.